at The Social DBN on Instagram. The Social, where Durban comes together. Proudly sponsored by Accents and Haval Toti.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Well, the Breakfast Rush, it is now 9 minutes after 7. It's going to be Tuesday the whole day, right? Like the whole day. Now, we have, and I thank you so very much for doing this, been informed that there was a camera in the studio which had its microphone built in inside the camera. The microphone was on.
Well, but I blame the attorney.
You blame the attorney?
Completely the attorney's fault. It was coming from his direction.
It was the camera that's facing him. But anyway, now thank you very much to all of you that did alert us to that leak of the camera microphone that was going into YouTube Live. Inshallah, we've subsequently sorted that out. And what I'd love for you to do now, those of you that are coming in, jumping back onto Al Ansar Media Live, and I'm trying to do that while I mention it to you, to just go check it out, right? So you go as well. Al Ansar Media is our YouTube presence. And what you can do is jump in there, Al Ansar Media. You'll find the live video, should be one right on top. Get in and check it out for us. Can you hear me? Or I'll put her microphone off, and when she speaks, can you still hear her anyway? Say something. Did you hear the hello? No, that means it's working. Hey, talking about working, there's a lot of people that's working really hard behind the scenes to get this weekend's event ready for you, right? So from the 2nd to the 6th of April, 2026, the Durban Shopping Fest takes over, bringing you unbeatable prices, top brands, and deals you would not want to miss. This is more than just a sale. It is a full-on shopping experience. Now, think fashion, think food, think family, think fun, and incredible bargains, all under one roof. Now, for just 30 Rand entry fee, you get access to amazing specials, delicious eats, and entertainment for everyone, whether you're shopping big or you're just browsing. So from Thursday, right, 4 p.m. Thursday, gates will open, doors will open, all of that. You can come in for countless deals, all at one destination. It's the Durban Shopping Fest, where Durban comes to shop, to save, and to celebrate. So all of your favorite foodie vendors.
Cannot wait.
Like for me, all of my favorite, like one coffee vendor.
All you need to give Nashal is water, biryani, and coffee, and then he's happy for the entire day. So I was reading on social media, lots of people, parents in particular, I don't know what to do with my kids. They bored. They eating my hair out of my head. Please tell me where I can take them. What can I do? We heard you.
Yeah. Bring them over. We come with them. It's a family experience. Bring Dadi and Dadan. Come with you as well. It is a family experience. Now, I, together with some of the team members at Dawood, been working on a game show for Friday night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So they're going to be giving away some yummy prizes on Friday night.
Lovely.
Yeah, because like Saturdays...
Do you have a time?
I can't make it on
plus minus
Saturday.
Friday night?
No, but see, if I give you that time, you're only going to come that time. I want you to come when the gate is open. Yeah.
So do your shopping and then go win some prizes.
There you go. You can come in from Thursday, 4 p.m., from Friday after Jummah, right? Saturday and Sunday and Monday. 5 days of incredible shopping for you at the Durban Exhibition Centre. It is the Durban Shopping Fest. Think of, if you've never heard of it previously, think of it as like a micro mini souk.
A taster.
Yeah. Think of it that way. Not exactly the Durban summer, but a micro mini. But anyway, 13 after 7, we were hoping that we'd get the opportunity to talk with the representative from KZN Santako, their provincial manager and their spokesperson, Sfiso Shange. Was expected to be on the program now, talking about KZN taxi fare hikes. Now, Mondley's having a little bit of difficulty getting a hold of him at the moment. Inshallah, we do manage to get a hold of him and we'll get him on the program for you, because South Africans are anxiously waiting for tomorrow's official fuel price announcement, and all signs point to a significant increase that could hit consumers hard at the pumps. Early projections suggest petrol could rise around 5 rand per litre, while diesel may jump by as much as 10 rand per litre, driven by soaring global oil prices, a weaker rand, and ongoing geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. Closer to home, the ripple effects are already being felt in parts of Durban. Some taxi operators have begun putting up fare increase notices, sparking panic among certain commuters who rely heavily on public transportation. The South African National Taxi Council, Santako, has warned that fare increases may be unavoidable, with persons indicating that operators are under severe pressure to stay afloat. So, joining us on the program this morning is KZN Santako Provincial Manager and Spokesperson Sfiso Shange. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome to the Breakfast Russian Radio Al Ansar.
Good morning to you, Michelle and Nazmir, as well as the listeners at home. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
It's a pleasure to have you on the program. Now, Santako has described potential fare hikes as unavoidable. Can you explain what is driving that decision at this point?
Well, I think your introduction has been able then to capture everything, especially that you are now referring to the geopolitics that is taking place. The war between America and Iran has had a huge impact on the oil production and the supply. Currently, we know for a fact that our energy in South Africa will be probably going up, especially petrol, with about 5 rand. And then it was estimated that diesel will go up by around 9 rands. And that is a steep hike, which we've never had before. And it's definitely going to take toll on us. In fact, all the motorists, not the public transport per se. And certainly other commodities are going to go up as well. When you go to the shop, when you're intending to buy the bread, the cost is going to go up. Buying milk, it's going to go up, and so forth and so on. It's going to be a huge impact to all of us. By the way.
Now, we're already seeing notices in some Durban taxis that these prices are going to increase and they're officially approved. Are operators acting independently?
Well, what we have done as the council, we've basically pronounced that it's one of those situations which we cannot be able then to avoid. It's very much abnormal in a sense that we normally increase our fares by the 1st of July. And even if the prices of fuel fluctuates, but we always stomach that. But this time we could not do it. Then just to respond directly then to your question, they do not act independently, but what normally happens is that they are the ones who understand the operation on the ground. If they understand the operations then on the ground, they will be in a position to influence the manner into which they will be in a position to also sustain their own business, take into account the expenditure that they incur for the business then to be sustained, because it's merely for sustainability of the business. We would always pronounce that the money should be increased, but the engagements should be at a local level, because the operations are not the same. There are those that are doing long distance and there are those that are doing short distances. And at Santaco, at a provincial level or national level, you cannot be in a position to pronounce and say, this is the amount that has got to be increased by, because we are not on the ground in terms of the operation itself and understanding the dynamics within the operation.
Indeed. Now, I know you mentioned July, but when can commuters expect these fare increases to come into effect? And will they be implemented across all routes?
We are expecting to pronounce after Tuesday's meeting, which is next week, Tuesday. But we've already started engaging and conscientizing commuters as well as our constituency to start with these engagements, because there is no other turning back, not unless the government is coming up with a plan which is concrete. Well, we had also suggestions on the table to say these levies which the motorists are paying, if they could probably be reduced, like, fuel levy, RAF levy, and so forth, probably to cushion us up until the war is stopped. And even the costing of the fuel is maintained. Then we do not have an obligation to even increase as before the 1st of July. But unfortunately, for now, our government is quiet. They are not saying anything. We hope probably they are going to be saying anything, but if it reaches the 1st of April and they're still quiet, then it means the increment is going to go on. Then for us, we need to think for ourselves, because as business individuals, if you are running a business, you are required to be able then to be proactive in terms of your approach, so that you can be in a position to sustain the business itself. And once the business, the expenditure is more than the income, you're no longer in business. You rather close shop and then you leave that business. But in the meantime, we do not want to foresee a situation whereby our vehicles are repossessed. But you also understand the plight that the commuters are faced with, because the very same that you are actually faring are the poor of the poorest.
As a final question for this morning, what message do you have for commuters who are feeling anxious and frustrated right now?
We are saying to them, when we are increasing these amounts, we will always take their plight into cognizance, because even now, the amounts that you are currently charging, when you do a scientific calculation with economists, they will always say that the amounts that you are charging are not realistic in terms of what we should be charging. They are saying we should probably be tripling the amount based on the amount that we pay for the vehicle, for the expenditure that we incur to be able then to sustain the business. Because you know that we've got drivers, we've got assistants, which are conductors, you've got to pay for the vehicle itself, you've got to maintain it, and it is the source of income for the operator. The operator does have a family as well to feed through the very same vehicle. And you could see that this 20 rand or so forth, when you divide it amongst all the expenses that you have, the head is only above water. But we need to assure them that when we make the increment, yes, indeed, we will be cognizant of their plight, but over and above that, they'll also be informed through those notices which are now placed on the windows, that is the norm into which we normally inform them. But I don't think it's going to be happening as a full-blown within or across the province. It's merely going to be those associations engaging with the structures which are relevant, and then you will see the increment gradually in different routes. It's not to say that you're just going to have an outright outloan, because even right now, there are various regions which have not even circulated the notices, because they are waiting for a meeting on Tuesday for our provincial executive council to formalize. But when it comes to increment, yes, indeed, we shall have to increase to be able then to sustain the business.
Indeed. Sfiso Shanya, I want to thank you for your time this morning and to bringing this information to our listeners. We want to wish you and your team the best in the work that you do.
Thank you so much, my brother. Have a productive day as well as my sister, Michelle. Take care.
You too.
KwaZulu-Natal's Santaco Provincial Manager and Spokesperson Sfiso Shanya, just laying it bare for you and giving you the reality of the situation. These are businesses. These are employers. These vehicles also feed the employer's family. the income from there and all of that. The ripple effect, as we spoke about earlier, the ripple effect will be felt throughout. Now, some of you've engaged with the topic on petrol and price increases and all of that. There's a rush to the pumps. Now, this is Brother Mo saying there's a rush to pumps to fill up today before the increase at midnight. Luckily, it's payday for most people. They can afford to fill up one last time at the old price and save a minimum of 200 Rand on an average 40-litre tank of fuel. However, diesel users will be saving a little bit more, around 360 Rand, but will suffer higher costs in the long run. Only use the car to work and back and necessary errands. Take care, salams and du'as. Imi asking an important question. The answer to that question, nobody knows, Imi. Nobody knows. Abdullah, salamu alaikum. Vehicle owners, be careful. Car thieves know that your tank is full. Ooh.
That's interesting.
There's some food for thought for you right there.
Salams, Nishal. Just a query. So most shops don't want to take the old 200 Rand notes. They say it doesn't fit in money counting machines and banks don't want it.
Right.
If someone can tell us, what do we do?
Give me just 1 second. I just so happen to have a lawyer in the studio. And no, I'm not pulling the lawyer out my pocket for those of you that are watching the video. I'm not
pulling the 200s.
I'm pulling the 200, right? Because I want to see something. I did, right? So, Altaf, on this note, which to me, I think this is the older one, right? That is the older one. It's not exactly.
That's the new one.
Okay, it's very old for a new one. But anyway, on that, there's a signature of the governor. It says South African Reserve Bank on it. And there's a number stamped on it. This is legal tender.
Yes, but those old notes were being pulled out of circulation due to the high number of fake notes going around.
So what do I do if I've got it with me?
If you are in a situation where you have those notes,
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, you can take them into a bank branch and the banks will change it for you.
Right.
Alternatively, if you're not having any success there, you can head down to the Reserve Bank and the Reserve Bank will change them for you.
I've never heard of that. You can go to the Reserve Bank yourself.
Yes.
Well, they got like a factory shop or something where the tuck shop counter where you can come in and change your money.
Down there at the corner of, Aliwal and...
Next to the
Commercial.
DUC.
Yes.
Yeah. It's South Plaza where the old flea market used to be. They're the next building.
Yes, right there.
Yeah.
But there's no doors there.
There's a door there if you know where to look.
Okay.
I think there's a security guard.
You got to
there
get to like
as
20
well.
security doors before you get inside, but there's a door there.
You don't have to worry. You have the
Okay.
new ones. You just
Yeah.
give it out as ED.
There, inshallah. There you go. There you go. Now you know what to do with those notes. Take it to it's legal tender, right? Take it to the bank and let's see if somebody can, help you with that one there. Would it be allowed for me to fill my tank today in my 1,000-liter Jojo tank?
Whew. You'll have to get a couple of security guards to take care of that Jojo.
Fahim hit the nail on the head here. He says, hey, Nishal's not carrying money. He's carrying his R200 form.
He saved it. He saved it in advance for the petrol price increase tomorrow.
Oh, man. 27 after 7.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
20 years ago, we started Islamic banking with nothing but belief. Markets evolved, we've innovated. Trends shifted, we've stayed ahead. The world has changed, our principles haven't. Value-driven, transparent, responsible. For us, banking is never just about money. It's always about building value guided by principles. Celebrating 20 years of Absa Islamic banking. ABSA, your story matters. ABSA is an authorized financial services provider.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woollerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
You are listening to The Breakfast Rush with Nazmira Kasim and Nishal Sarawan.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
Right, the Super Tech Sale is on at the Cellular City Group of Vodacom stores. Get the 10,000 mAh power bank with LED display, 3 USB output ports, phone stand, circuit protection, LED digital indicator, LED torch. It was 149 Rand each. You get one now for 99 Rand, so two for 179 Rand. Includes the suction pad, multi-function accessory bag with everything in it that you need whilst you're traveling. Get the PD wall charger, PD car charger, 1 meter Type-C to Type-C cable, a 5,000 mAh power bank with LED display, and a desktop stand for your phone. If you price all of this out individually, it's just about 1,000 Rand in value. But right now, you could get it at 279 Rand each, or take two for 550 Rand. This one makes an incredible addition to your travel bag. The Super Tech Sale, where we dare you to compare. Get the SuperPods Pro, works with all Bluetooth devices, Bluetooth V5.3, distance up to 15 meters, like you'd need that much, case charge, earpod, with the 30 milliamp batteries built in each. Talk time up to 3 hours, if you can gossip that long. Playback time up to 3.5 hours. Standby time up to 120 hours. And I'd like to meet the person who waited to find that out. Charge time to, full charge 2 times, right? So normally just about $300 for the SuperPods Pro. Get them now at 249 Rand a set. Yeah. At the Cellular City Group of Vodacom stores.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0 Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, The Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, Action SA in the eThekwini Metro has tabled a motion to compel the municipality to act swiftly on issues related to undocumented foreign nationals. It's all systems go for the 6th South Africa Investment Conference set to take place in Sandton in Johannesburg today. And finally, the Kuwait Petroleum Corporation says an Iranian attack on the giant Al Salmi oil tanker at the Dubai port has caused a fire, warning that it could lead to an oil spill. That's it for now. For Radio Alonso News, I'm Tabila Duma.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Last look at traffic for this Tuesday morning. Colonel Rauf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
Sorry, man. Accident on Stapleton Road and Eden Road in Pinetown.
You can't make this up.
He's talking about an accident.
I know.
Stop laughing.
I'm sorry. Okay, go on.
Now, you walk up the office and you got everybody standing there, they start saluting you.
Yes.
You have to greet them.
No, true story. They salute me whenever I walk out my office.
Accident on Stapleton Road and Eden Road in Pinetown. You got 2 vehicles involved in this one, so there'll be delays in the vicinity. Accident on the M13 going towards Pietermaritzburg, edges of Field Hill. Now, I'm suspecting this one was caused because of the truck broken down on the left-hand lane. And we spoke about this earlier on. Now, just before that, there's an accident with injuries on the M13, so traffic is building up quite badly in the vicinity. Another accident with a pedestrian involved, the old lady is involved in this one, near Broadlands traffic light. So if any ambulance are listening to this radio station, you require the urgently, please. Quite old lady that's been injured in the accident to try and get there. This is in the Mount Edgecombe area. The Broadlands traffic light, that's where the accident is. Protest action, okay, that's not in our area, so don't worry about that. So that's basically what's happening. Traffic is slow moving at the moment on the N2. Not so bad like it normally is because schools are closed. So on the N2 northbound, it's backing up before the Swigeri Junction. The N2 southbound as well is a bit slow moving between Amsloten and Slanga. So there is some delays in the vicinity. Allow for you to travel family, please. Spring Freeway as well, a bit slow moving coming into the Victoria Embankment or taking the Victoria Embankment off ramp. Just allow for you to travel family. That's your final update.
Thank you very much, Colonel. Much appreciated. You have yourself a lovely day. Let's chat again tomorrow morning, inshallah. Alaikum salam. It's 7:35. If you're watching the clock and, as I mentioned earlier, folks, interacting on this subject, Rihanna says, Salams, Nishal, I went to fill up petrol after work at about 4 p.m. At the garage, and I was wondering why the garage is so quiet. But then I was told there's no petrol. I think most garages are going to do this because they want to save until the price goes up. The thing with that one there, it's not so easy to prove because some of them might actually not have received supply.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But if this is being done, then it's the saddest reality because
Yes.
you're doing it to those that support you throughout the year, every single day.
The solution is right there in what you've just said. Don't worry about it. They'll be back tomorrow. They'll support me anyway.
Very sad.
Yeah.
But the Almighty sees all things, good and bad.
I think I mentioned it yesterday. If you're that guy who's buying petrol at the old price, stashing it so you can sell it at the new price, man, you need to have a serious conversation with the man in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to do that. Mrs. Ibrahim, please give me the number for the bookshop. That's number 2. 2 0 8 1 6 0 1.
You can go to the Guinness Book of Records for
No,
that.
I did that like I was giving out a recipe.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
This is Zara Powell and I only listen to the Breakfast Rush.
Durban, are you ready to shop till you drop? The Durban Shopping Festival is back from the 3rd to 6th of April at the Durban Exhibition Centre, bringing you 4 days of incredible shopping and unbelievable deals. And this year, it's all about the deals. Discover fashion steals, beauty must-haves, home decor, delicious food, and so much more. Whether you're a bargain hunter or treating yourself, this is where the best finds are waiting. Don't miss the shopping event everyone's going to talk about. The Durban Shopping Festival. Shop more, save more, enjoy more. Durban's greatest shopping event of the year.
At our bakery, freshness is baked into everything we make, from rustic sourdough loaves to soft paninis, cheese rolls, and gourmet donuts. Discover the freshest artisanal bakes, warm and golden straight from the oven. Ensure there's something fresh for every occasion, whether it's dinner, a get-together, or simply something special for the table. Visit our bakery at Checkers Cowie Park and Westwood Mall. Butchery, bakery, and deli, certified by the NIHT.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Wooloton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Mustafa, ya Mustafa, Mustafa, ya Mustafa, Mustafa, ya Mustafa. Mera, mera, mera nabi hai, nabi hai, mera, mera, mera nabi hai, nabi hai. बच्चा भी बोले नबी नबी, बूढ़ा भी बोले नबी नबी, ताकत ही ताकत नबी नबी, कुव्वत ही कुव्वत नबी नबी। मैदान बदर और खंदक में, ग़ज़वाए उहद के लश्कर में, ये सारे सहाबा कहते थे जीने का सहारा नबी नबी, नबी नबी, नबी नबी। मुस्तफा की सबसे ऊंची शान है, मुस्तफा की सबसे ऊंची शान है मेरा नबी, मेरा नबी, मेरा ईमान है, मेरा नबी, मेरा ईमान है। मुस्तफा की सबसे ऊंची शान है, मुस्तफा की सबसे ऊंची शान है मेरा नबी, मेरा ईमान है। मुस्तफा या मेरा ईमान है। मेरे सिद्दीक़ उमर उस्मानी चारों ही हक पर है याराने नबी, हाँ चारों ही हक पर है याराने नबी, चार यारों का यही नारा रहा, चार यारों का यही नारा रहा। मेरा तो सब कुछ है बस मेरा नबी, हाँ मेरा तो सब कुछ है बस मेरा नबी। हर सहाबी का यही ऐलान है, हर सहाबी का यही ऐलान है मेरा नबी, मेरा नबी, मेरा ईमान है। मुस्तफा या मेरा ईमान है। मुस्तफा की आंखों का तारा अली, जानो दिल से है हमें प्यारा अली, अली अली जानो दिल से है हमें प्यारा अली। मुस्तफा की आंखों का तारा अली, मुस्तफा की आंखों का तारा अली, जानो दिल से है हमें प्यारा अली, अली अली जानो दिल से है हमें प्यारा अली। अहले हक की महफिलों में आज भी
WhatsApp gets a bit busy when you play recordings of this sort. Safi, assalamu alaikum. She wants to send a message to her beloved parents who are leaving for Umrah today. Farouk and Shireen Sheikh. May Allah answer all your heartfelt du'as and keep you safe. Lots of love from Safia.
Ameen.
Yes.
Ameen.
Bilkish says, please tell Inspector Raouf that there should be Metro actually doing something by Spaghetti Junction at the fork where the road branches into north and south. People just wanting to get into lanes going toward Mslanga but branching right in front, causing unnecessary congestion. It's a big hazard for potential accident. Bilkish, everybody and their nanny is aware of it, right? Everybody is aware of it. And yes, they've tried. They've tried to do something about it, and I'm pretty certain they'll continue to try as well. With regard to the recording, Sarah Bibi says, "Kya baat hai? Thumbs up. Thumbs up." Oh, you got an advert. I don't mind doing this advert. Because I think it'll be beneficial to somebody.
Tell us. Poor donkey,
Right?
but tell
For
us.
sale. She gave it away. For sale, 65,000 Rand. It's a petrol saver, limited stock available, one donkey. Right? It's not some sister sending through a picture of her husband. No, it's not. I'm just putting it out there. But apparently there's a new virus that we should be aware of. That we have to be aware of. A new virus. It is the car owner virus 2.6. Yeah.
Still starts with a C.
The car owner. You guys, South Africans will find the light in any situation.
We have to.
The levity.
It's what you need to do to keep the blood pressure levels down.
So if you start sweating and feeling sick while you're filling petrol in your car, then those are the signs. You have car owner virus. Safia Jazakallah, no problem. Nisha, make us laugh. Hey, it's messages that you sending to me that I'm reading out. So yeah, thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Abbas Sheikh in North Beach says, have a Mubarak day. Now, talking about Mubarak day, there's certain people walking the streets of South Africa. They're just not enjoying their time. And when we delve deeper into the subject of foreign nationals, because that's sort of the phrase at the moment, that's the term at the moment. When we delve deeper into it, there is so many different angles to look into foreign nationals. Why are they here? How they get here? Why are they still here? Are they going? When are they going? Where are they going? Where do you expect them to go? There's so many different angles to look at it, but the last few months have seen a rise in various organizations around the country that are displaying a decidedly anti-foreigner sentiment. Last week, there was a march in the Durban CBD that took a violent turn. Yesterday, the same happened in East London. Are these organizations legal is a good place to start. Altaf, once again, assalamu alaikum and welcome.
Walaikum salam, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum to listeners.
So last week, before that march took place in the CBD here in Durban, we had Jacinta on the line with us. And when she'd spoken to the effect that it's going to be a peaceful march. It didn't exactly end up that way, did it?
No, it definitely didn't. I mean, if you look at the various videos, etc., that came out of it, I don't think that was very peaceful.
It did not come across that way. Unfortunate as it may be. But let's start here. Are these organizations legal?
Okay, so as a starting point, any organization in general or any grouping of people in general would be legal. Now, it's a question of the objective of that organization or the objective of that grouping being legal. That's where the gray area, if you want to call it that, starts coming into play.
Now, the members of these organizations often go around demanding to see people's identity documents and their proof of citizenship. Are they allowed to do that in terms of the law?
Now, the authority to check citizenship, identity, etc., rests with law enforcement and Home Affairs.
Okay.
Home Affairs is the only body in South Africa that can verify citizenship. Now, you do have the Border Management Agency.
Right.
But the BMA's systems link into the Home Affairs system, which is where, they can do the verification. So, because the authority to check rests with law enforcement and Home Affairs, the authority to enforce also relies on Home Affairs and law enforcement. Now, if any of these organizations approach a person and say, listen, I want to see your identity document. From a legal perspective, no, you don't need to provide them with your documentation. But when you're surrounded by 20 people being violent,
you feel a little forced.
From a practical point of view, can you really say to them, no, you don't have the authority? I'm trying to place both sides of the coin here, and it's the reality of what's happening.
Life's at stake.
So a person's got no obligation to provide documentation or cooperate with the organizations. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, yes.
So the organizations often engage, as you've just mentioned, in violent tactics to reach their goals. What should a person who is experiencing this do?
Well, the most immediate thing that you should probably do is contact the police. Right? Listen, these guys are here. They're being violent, intimidating, etc. We require assistance. Open a case if necessary. How far that's going to go, though, it's questionable, because a lot of these people are faceless, they're anonymous. I mean, they're wearing the shirts of the organization or whatever it is. But how do you actually identify that this is person X and this is their name? It somewhat becomes a fruitless exercise.
Now, yesterday in particular, the march turned very, very violent. Multiple vehicles were burned and there was destruction of property. Who's held accountable for this?
Now, whenever it's only when it allows for work or owning a business that you can do that.
So what recourse do any persons who are affected by these activities have?
Realistically, there's only two recourses. One would be to open a case with the police. Like I said, how effective that's going to be when it comes to prosecution, really unknown. And the other option is a civil claim for damages. But there, again, are you going to be able to recover anything from these organizations? Unfortunately, it's up in the air at this point, because do they really have resources, or are they a loose association of people with no formal structure and no bank accounts, for example? So It's an interesting discussion to be had.
No, it's definitely. Now, if somebody wants to pursue the discussion further with you, maybe they've got some personal something that they want to talk about, how would they get that information to you?
You can drop me an email. Email address is altaaf@raooflaw.co.za. Give it to you again, altaaf@raooflaw.co.za. Might take a couple of days depending how busy I am, but you will get a response from me.
So our attorney is Altaf Raouf, the director of a Durban-based law firm with a specialization in labor law, has his LLB degree obtained from UKZN and also specializes in criminal law, civil law, and is somewhat of a general legal eagle. As always, Altaf, thank you very much for coming through this morning with your insights on these topics.
Pleasure as always.
I want your insight on something else before you go.
Yeah, sure.
Right. I want to read you a headline.
Yeah.
Big petrol price rise on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds familiar?
I mean, I've been nagging you about this for the past month. we've been talking about this on a regular basis.
Yeah, let me give you the byline. 4-cent shocker.
4-cent shocker.
4-cent shocker. Big petrol price rise on the way.
Okay, was this headline from like 30 years ago?
1971.
1971.
Sure.
Buddy Governor sends this through, right? And it's a clipping of a newspaper article that says 4-cent shocker, big petrol price on the rise, petrol rise on the way, rather. 17 February 1971. 4-cent shocker. I'm still stuck on the 4 cents, man. The petrol, or the price of 93 octane premium petrol in South Africa in 1971, February, will probably go up between 3 and 4 cents a gallon at the end of March or early April. In 1971, that's what our grandparents had to deal
3
with.
and 4 cents a gallon, not even a liter.
Not even a liter, a gallon.
So it's like 5 liters.
Yeah, that's what our parents and grandparents had to deal with.
Sure.
Now, hey.
No, but Nishal, the discussion we were having earlier, I'm still saying the actual increase that's going to come out is going to be far higher.
That's the reason why I'm not reading any numbers that are being projected today. There are numbers that I can read to you, that I can give to you and say, okay, this is what it might be tomorrow. But I don't want to do that because I think it's an underestimation as well.
It's very much an underestimation.
Yeah.
At least 50% in my opinion.
Oh, wow, man. We didn't need that much of bad news.
Prepare yourself. Just, what do we have to do? Just take it as it comes, right? There's nothing else you can do, really.
Yeah. Take it on the chin.
Nishal, I'll see you at the grassland.
Most definitely. The coffee's on you. Right. It's 4 minutes to 8. Sababa Altaf. Sababa.
Assalamu alaikum.
So easy. There you go. He's gone. Nazmir and Kasim, Sila times, and then we get to go.
11th of Shawwal, 1447. We start with Zohar at 6 minutes past 12. You have Asr at 16 minutes past 6. Sorry, 16 minutes past 4 is the time of Asr. Maghrib, 57 minutes to 6. And Isha, 13 minutes past 7 tonight. Have a lovely day. Be the best version of you.
That's it for the Breakfast Rush for this morning. You do good, you be good, and if your councillor only comes out at voting time, it's easy. Don't vote for them. I'm getting messages coming through. We haven't got water. You know what? For a municipality that has got this many water leaks, always coming through and saying to us as citizens, your reservoir is emptying out. The level is low. We have a problem at the reservoir. Why has it not occurred to anybody? They need to fix the water leaks. It's as if this is like, it's like news to some of these folks. And then remember, folks, the job of your councillor is not to go to where the leak is and fix it. That's not your councillor's job. Your councillor's job is to escalate. So it's your job to do the reporting. Get the reference number, filter it down to your counselor. Arm your counselor with that information so that they can take that information and push it up the ladder and escalate the matter. If your counselor is not doing that, at the very least, then yes. Next time comes around, don't put an X there. It's as easy as that. Public servants are voted into positions not by themselves. They're voted into positions by us, the citizens. Your vote's got power. Use it. Do good. Be good. Till the next time.
Brought to you courtesy of the Woollerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FM